to another edition of the Bible study class every night at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on ISBC Truth Illuminati Radio with your host, Pastor Michael Smith, and co-host Sister Smith. If you are new to this this channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, turn on your notification bells. Um, People over there on YouTube, if you have any questions or comments, put your questions or comments down below. We'll try to answer them accordingly. And don't forget the podcast is, well, we got to get that fixed up before we say anything about that. All right, let me see. Let's go ahead and pray in and we can go ahead and get started. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. As we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. All right. Don't forget, people, for the uncut, uncensored, raw breaking news, people over there on Facebook, the website link is right there in the title. Click on that link. That'll take you to the podcast. Hit that follow button. If you can't find it there, just type Illuminati Radio in Spotify. Go to Spotify, type Illuminati Radio. You see the logo, hit the follow button, and tune in to the podcast. Philadelphia, the home of Brother Monday. What was going on in Philly that nappy head Negroes, the children of slaves, the children of the Israelites, the children have lost the ever-loving mind. Sister Smith?
Yes.
You got that article?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and hear some of that article.
Okay. All liquor stores closed in Philadelphia.
All liquor stores are closed. That's good. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? The last thing our young people needs is anything that's going to get them even any higher. All liquor stores are closed in Philadelphia. Go ahead.
After multiple stores were looted overnight.
After multiple stores was looted overnight. Now, why was they looting? Because a couple of years ago, a Hispanic, probably Issachar or Ephraim, was unalived by the police. Well, they was protesting for, no justice, no peace. But what do that got to do with looting stores? Let me tell you something. Negroes do not care if some black man or woman is unalived by the police or anybody else. They don't care. They look for opportunity. Hold on one moment. Okay. The Negroes don't care. You think Negroes cared? Even though it was a psyop, even though the George Floyd thing was a psyop, do you think Negroes really cared about a black man so-called getting unalived by the police? Negroes didn't care. They just looked for opportunities. They look for opportunity to sell T-shirts. I'm gonna sell. Let me go print these T-shirts up with George Floyd, and the police got his knee on his back. Let me go ahead and print these T-shirts and sell these at the riots. Negroes don't care. They look for opportunities. These Negroes that was protesting because of this Issacharite or Ephraimite unalived by the police, you think that protest was really sincere? No. They look for opportunity. And let me tell you something, you young black whippersnappers, you don't have a clue what's about to happen to you. You don't have a clue. You don't have a clue what is about to happen to you. Why do you think the gangs is at an all-time high amongst you young blacks? That's not because you want it that way. That's because it's formed that way. It's put together for you to join a gang. You Negroes don't have, do you understand the reason why they are bringing the Mexicans over here? And no offense, because those are our brothers and sisters. That's Issachar. The Mexicans, the Guatemalans, the Hondurans, El Salvadorians. That's Issachar. Those are our brothers and sisters. But the elites is using them as a weapon. The elites is using them as a weapon against us. Against you black males, you young black males. The elites know that Judah is what the Bible said in the book of Genesis. Matter of fact, Sister Smith,
Yes.
put the phone down for a minute and go to the book of Genesis, chapter 49. We're going to start at verse 8. Genesis, chapter 49, verse 8. That's the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 8. See, this is what they do. This is how they attack their enemy. Because we are their enemy. You young black males are the enemy of them. And they know that Judah, that's you Negroes, that's you young Negroes. They know that Judah is responsible for waking up the other tribes. They know this. And that's why they are using the Mexicans coming over here. Well, even though those are our brothers and sisters, they using them as a weapon against us. How you say that, Pastor? Well, check this out. The Mexicans is going to get the benefits and the everything that is supposed to be for you. It is going to them. Where does that leave you at? Well, they got a plan for you. What's that plan for you? Gangs. What is the end result of you in gangs? Either you're going to be unalived or you're going to have a long prison sentence. See, they got a place for you. They got an agenda for you. And you young black folks can't see. All you can think about is, I'm going to protest and go and get me an iPhone. Run up in this iPhone store and get me an iPhone, an iPad, or some expensive clothes. When they're going to have an expensive jail for you to be in. Or an expensive coffin for you to lay in. They know what, you know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing. But you young blacks don't know what you're doing. Check this out. Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Go ahead.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brother shall praise.
Judah is the Negroes. Judah is the Negroes. Judah is the real Jew. Jews come from Judah. He is thou of him who thy brothers shall praise. Who is thy brothers? The other 11 tribes. The other 11 tribes is waiting for Judah. The other 11 tribes is waiting for Judah to stand up. The other 11 tribes is waiting. Thou art he who thy brother shall praise. Go ahead.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies.
Look at that. Your hand is in the necks of your enemy because you was protesting for Ephraim unaliving against who? The white police officer. And you blacks have always been against the white. It goes all the way back to Rodney King. And what happened there? The Negroes against the whites. George Floyd, what happened there? The Negroes against the whites. Ahmaud Arbery, what happened there? The Negroes against the whites. Trayvon Martin, what happened there? The Negroes against the whites. Y'all always was against the whites. So Genesis chapter 49 verse 8, it says, thy next shall be, thy hand shall be at the head. What? Read that again.
Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Thy hand shall be in the necks of thy enemy. Thy father's children, Jacob, all of the tribes, shall bow down before who? Christ. Christ comes from Judah. Go ahead.
Go to the next.
Oh, no. Read verse 9.
Judah is a lion's whelp.
Mm-hmm.
From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he couched as a lion,
Mm-hmm.
and as an old lion,
who shall rouse him up? Judah, you little Negroes running in these stores, that's lacking knowledge. You are an old lion and you don't have understanding. Because if you was a lion roused up, you can do something. But you're an old lion with no understanding. An old lion can't do nothing. And that's what you young blacks are. Material. Go ahead. The scepter, yeah. The scepter, that's the point I'm trying to make is the scepter shall not be removed from Judah. Read that.
The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shalom comes.
The scepter. A scepter, what is a scepter? Kings have scepters. Rulers have scepters. So the kingship, the leadership, shall not be removed from you Negroes until Christ comes. And a lawgiver between his feet. You Negroes are supposed to be the ones to wake up the other tribes. And that's why the powers that be orchestrate gangs to get you out of your mind to not accomplish what the Lord have geared you up to accomplish. That's why the elites pour drugs in your community for you to be focused on that and not focus on the slaughter, the spiritual slaughter and anguish of your people. You see? And it's Judah. Judah is the main ones that is going against what is going to get them right. Judah is. You know what I'm saying? Judah is the main one that is bucking. Judah is the main one that is heavily wicked. And this is not done by accident. This is done on purpose. Through the elites putting these drill rappers before you. These gangster rappers before you. Let's see. Let's read some more of that article.
Okay. All liquor stores in Philadelphia were closed Wednesday after several locations were looted shortly after the conclusion of peaceful protests against a judge's decision to dismiss all charges against a former Philadelphia police officer in a fatal traffic stop shooting. Police who made dozens of arrests followed Tuesday night looting said they were prepared to make more. If things got out of hand on Wednesday evening, please call 911 if you are aware of any ongoing criminal activity, police said. As city officials, including Mayor Jim Kenney, vowed to ensure public safety and protest businesses, the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board closed 49 restore wine and liquor stores, 48 in Philadelphia, after 18 stores were looted overnight. Shaw Kelly, press secretary for the board, told CNN, although no employees were injured, some were understandably shaken by the incident, Kelly said. Today, all FW and GS find wine and good spirits stores in Philadelphia and one in Chisholm Plaza, while Montgomery County are closed in the interest of employee safety. And while we assist the damages.
Okay, stop right there. So not only liquor stores was looted, they looted Apple stores, taking Apple tablets, taking Apple phones. The clothing stores was looted. Negroes don't care. When you see Negroes protesting about no justice, no peace, these same Negroes don't care. They want an opportunity. That's all they want. Opportunity. And Negroes need to understand that there's something coming, and you, and specifically you Negroes, because you are the leader tribe. You are the ones that is the Lord have ordained to wake up the other tribes. But how can Judah wake up a tribe and Judah mind is totally in Babylon? Let's get to these scriptures, Sister Smith.
Okay. We're going to go to, just a minute, we're going to go to Daniel chapter 9, verse 8 through 11.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 8 through 11. The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 8 through 11. Go ahead.
O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our prince, and to our fathers, because we have sinned against thee. Verse 9. To the Lord our God belong mercy and forgiveness, though we have rebelled against him. Verse 10. Neither have we obeyed the voice of the Lord our God, to walk in his laws, which he set before us by his servant, the prophet. Verse 11. Ye all Israel, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the earth, the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servants of God, because we have sinned against him.
So it says they have become a confusion of faces. Our people don't know who is for us. That's why our people get understanding or get wisdom or seek wisdom from people like Umar Johnson. That's the confusion of faces. Getting understanding from somebody like Umar Johnson is going to lead you in the same place that you're in. Getting understanding from people like, you know what I'm saying, the black conscience community with that African crap is going to lead you in the same place where you're at. Getting understanding and wisdom from people like Creflo Dollar, Bishop T.D. Jakes is going to lead you in the same places. This become a confusion of faces. Our people don't know where to go to get the truth. The truth is right here. The truth is that you Negroes is under attack from the elderly to the very young. If you are of Judah descent, you are under very scrutinizing attack. Back in Christ's day, when Christ was being born, when Yeshua Christ was being born, Judah, because Christ is a Judite, when Yeshua Christ was being born, who was under attack? The Judites. Why was the Judites under attack? Because the Edomite, King Herod, had put a decree out to what? To unalive any Judite that was 2 years old or below. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine every Negro that is 2 years old and younger is put to be unalived? That's how it was back in King Herod's day. That's how it is now. Our young black men is under attack. You know what I'm saying? And this is a spiritual attack because the materialistic mind of our young black men is going to destroy them. It's going to destroy them. The young black men should not be materialistic because being materialistic is going to destroy you. Do you understand that, black men? Young black men. Because it was the young black men that was looting, you know what I'm saying, creating criminal records for themselves, going in. Don't you know we're living in a day and a time where it's surveillance everywhere? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Our black men was applying for PPP loans, thinking that they can get away with it. Up until today, they are still brothers being locked up for that PPP loan crap. Our people during the 2020, you know what? Our people was applying for unemployment and receiving big benefits for falsely and fraudulently applying for unemployment. To this day, it's still our people who are getting locked up and under investigation right now, and in the process of being locked up for a unemployment filing that they have filed during the pandemic. It's just, we live in a surveillance. You think you getting away with robbing these stores? You young black men better wake up, because the target is you, and it's right under your nose. You can't see it. They bringing the Issacharites in here by the busloads to replace you. That's why they bringing them in here, to replace you. Because the Issacharites is what? Is what? They work for nothing. They work for nothing. And they will kiss butt all day long. But not you Negroes. You Negroes, you don't say fill out an application, and if they tell you they're going to pay you this much, you Negroes going to buck up. They bringing the Mexicans in here to replace you. Now, does this mean go against your brothers? No, those are our brothers and sisters, because our brothers and sisters, the Israelites, is ignorantly, unknowingly, you know what I'm saying, is going to accept it. You know what I'm saying? They getting automatic citizenship. You know what that means? Do you know what? Listen, if you better wake up. Don't you know it's the election time? And if the Issacharites coming over here and get automatic citizenship, what does that mean? That means they are able to vote. Can't you see that this whole thing is political? And if they get an automatic citizenship, they're gonna be able to vote. And you know Issachar is going to vote because they was delivered from countries, from their countries, which they was living in utter poverty. So for them to come to America and get automatic citizenship and get the benefits and things that we are supposed to be for us, oh, they are going to be the new you. They're going to be the new you. But what does that leave you at? What does that leave you? Well, let's see. Go to Georgia. You got Tent City. You got Tent City in Georgia. Rows of Negroes in tents and under bridges. Go to California. You got rows of Negroes without a home. Go to Las Vegas. You got rows of Negroes without a home. Go to the Cleveland bus station. What's in the Cleveland bus station, Sister Smith?
People that's poor ain't got nowhere to go.
What's in the D.C. bus station, Sister Smith?
The same thing.
What color are these people, Sister Smith?
Black.
See that? See that? So you black young men better think before you join these gangs and start committing these crimes. You are doing exactly what they want you to do, because you are making them, you know what I'm saying, open the door for you to either be locked up or to be in a casket. You are giving them the, you know what I'm saying, the opportunity to blame you. Why? Because you want to be materialistic. You got to have that bag. Nah. You know what getting the bag gets you? Jail or hell. Why? Because You're not trying to get the bag by working. You trying to get the bag by any means necessary. And you got to understand the laws that is on the books is set up against you getting the bag the way that you is getting the bag. So the confusion of faces. You know what I'm saying? Daniel's chapter. What chapter is that in Daniel's?
Daniel chapter 9, verse 8 through 11.
Read Daniel chapter 9, verse 8 again.
Okay.
It's on. Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, to us belong confusion of face.
Confusion of face. Stay right there. For us belong confusion of face. Because we have, the elites have put up people we think is there to help us. You know what a confusion of face is? A confusion of face is you have other Hebrew camps. They seem sincere, don't they? You know what I'm saying? The IUIC, they seem sincere, right? I mean, they teaching you the law. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching the law. They teaching you, you know what I'm saying, how to, you know what I'm saying, come together as a family. They teach you all of that. But it seems sincere, don't it? But when is their feast of tabernacles? When is their day of atonement? When is their feast of the blowing of the trumpet? Matter of fact, when is their Passover? You see, everything that look good is not always good. They may look good. They formulated in groups. You know what I'm saying? They got cute leotard uniforms on and everything. You know what I'm saying? They marching and protesting. Oh, free, what's his name? I was about to say Gary Coleman. Free, that basketball player. Free him. They marching and protesting. Huh? Really? They teaching the law. Who you calling on? IUIC? Who you calling on? Huh? Yahweh. Who? The God of the Sheshu? Huh? Yahweh, short for Yahweh, huh? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Leading the people astray. That's confused the faces. You know what I'm saying? These other camps, they call on Yahweh too. They teach multiple wives. That's confusion of faces. But what looks good is not always good. It's not always good. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God, by the way, name is Ahaya. Ahaya. That's his name. Not the God of the Shashu. But his name is Ahaya. You understand? And if a camp is not calling on Ahaya, what came out of the Most High God's mouth himself, if you ain't calling on his name, then you going off. And if our people is not in these rinky-dink camps, where they at? They're studying Egyptology. That's confusion of faces. Our people are confused. They're going into the Nation of Islam. That's confusion. How you going to go into a religion and the people of that religion is the main ones that had you in slavery? Ooh, y'all didn't hear that. Research the Arabs. Who was the first one to have you Negroes in slavery? It was the Arabs. The sub-Saharan slave trade was what? Was the Arabs enslaving you Negroes. But yet today, you Negroes do what? Volunteer to be in servitude to their God, that rock. Wake up! Wake up, young Judites. Let's go to the next book, Sister Smith. Next book. Make sure you guys hit that like button, turn on your notification bells, hit that follow button, and that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Young Judah, you need to rise. Take the weed pipe out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know what I'm saying? That is the trick of the devil. Let's get hooked on weed. Come on. The same way they got you hooked on crack, they got you hooked on weed. The same way. The same way they got you hooked on crack, they got you hooked on weed. And they use people like Snoop Dogg. They use people like, oh, herbs. Herbs is good. Oh, herbs. They use people like these celebrities to push it to get you hooked. Now you hooked. And now you think, uh, 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 um, now you are thinking spacey stuff. Oh, the universe, the stars, the moon, the quasars, and you know, what happens? What you think would happen if I put this shoe on top of this mantle and I flip it? You know what I'm saying? Every time y'all get high, y'all come up with astrological space saronics crap. It's your mind playing tricks on you, and you ain't even Bushwick. Come on. Get high. Now you want to be all physiologic. You want to be all freaking damn doctors and doctor's degree educated. Then when your high goes down, what is it? When your high goes down, nobody can say nothing to you because you ready to go the hell off. Why? Because you have not gotten your fix, which is the weed. Ain't that something? Listen, there is no side effects for being in this truth. But if you are smoking weed, there's side effects. When you're smoking weed, you're smart. When you're not smoking weed, you are a loose cannon and ready to go off on anybody. Don't believe me? Just experience. Hang around a weed head. That's all you gotta do. Hang around a weed head from the morning to the afternoon. While that weed head wake up, when that weed head just waking up, sit right there. Guarantee you, it's total anarchy if that weed head ain't got a fix when he first wake up. That right there shows you that weed is not supposed to be smoked. All right. Go ahead, Sister Smith.
Okay, we're going to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 43. Go ahead.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Who's that stranger? Who's that stranger, Judah? Judah, who's the stranger? The stranger is the people that own the stores that you was looting. The strangers is Apple. You know what I'm saying? The strangers is, you know what I'm saying, the liquor stores, the owners of the liquor. The strangers. The strangers is the owners of the stores that you was looting. Why don't you own a store? Why don't you own anything? Why don't you? It's because you lacketh understanding. That's why. If you have understanding, then you would know how to come together under a higher and break free of the mental slavery. Because that's what you black folks are in. Mental slavery. And that mental slavery is going to get you to one or two places. In jail or hell. There is no future for game banging, jail, or hell. There is no future for robbery, jail, or hell. There is no future for being a thief. There is no future for being a thug, except jail or hell. Pick one. Because I guarantee you, the people that robbed these stores, looted these stores in Philadelphia, the same way they still rounding up black folks who took advantage of the unemployment of filing during the pandemic, they still rounding them up. I know, I can count on my hand, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people from Long Island as police came knocking at your door. Come on, put your hands behind your back. Still, you know what I'm saying? I remember during the pandemic, you know what I'm saying, they was flossing. They was, oh, I got $5,000. You know what I'm saying? They give, you know what I'm saying, the unemployment, they give you a $5,000 debit card. Oh, and it was people it was black folks making businesses of applying. You know what I'm saying? Getting crackheads off the street just for them to apply for unemployment. Now today, they rounding them up. They rounding them up. You go into jail. The PPP loans, they thought that, you know what I'm saying, they was coming up. You go into jail. The system was not set up for you to do these type of things. No, the system is not set up if you are a criminal. The system is not set up for criminals. You may think it is, but your future is going to be writing back home for somebody to put money on your books. For somebody to write you, come visit you. Ain't nobody doing that. Go ahead, Sister Smith. The stranger shall get up above you very high, and you shall be brought very low. Ain't nobody more lower than Israel. Go ahead.
Okay, we going into the book. We're still in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28.
Deuteronomy 28:28. That's Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28. Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
The Lord, this is the curse. You know what I'm saying? Run DMC says you're blind. You can't see. You need to wear some glass like DMC. But you black young folks are spiritually blind. Because you have a materialistic mind. What you see, you want. You got the mind of a woman. That's the woman's mind. The woman got the mind that is materialistic. Not you black men. You black men are supposed to be above that. You black men are supposed to say, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. Black woman goes to a car dealership, sees a car that looks appealing to her eyes. It looks good. So she's going to get it. But the man is going to be like, wait a minute. Let me look under this hood first. Wait a minute. How many miles it got first? Wait a minute. Let's check the gauges and the tires first. The black man is going to want to know what's wrong with it. The black woman wants to drive it because it looks good. You black men have turned into black women. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You black men have turned into materialistic black women. And anything you see, you want, and you will do anything to get. How did you turn this way, black men? Well, what do the rappers rap about? Being materialistic. So therefore, you listen to rap that's associated with being materialistic. So therefore, you are what you listen to. If you're going to listen to rap correlating to be materialistic, you are going to indulge in being materialistic. And that's what breeds this. But what you blacks don't understand, you are being spiritually rounded up and you're being spiritually destroyed. They got a place for you if you don't smarten up. Go ahead.
Okay, we going into the book of 2nd Andrews, chapter 5, verse 18.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 18. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5, verse 18. For all you don't know what 2nd Ezra is, that's in the Apocrypha. That's the book that the people who is slowly destroying you Negroes have taken out of the Bible because it explains who you are. You're being replaced. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If this world goes on till about 2040 or 2030, there is not going to be not one black Negro free. You know what I'm saying? There will not, if you look at it, if this continues to go on till about 2030, there will not be no more black men free. You're either going to be locked up or in hell. And you know who's going to be the new you? Issachar. Issachar, which is the Mexicans, the Gualabans, the Hondurans, El Salvador, will be the new you. There's a war going on outside. Nowhere to safe from. You can hide, but you can't hide forever. The streets, that's Mobb Deep right there. Anyway, is a war going on. And you black men, young and old, are the prey. Y'all gonna be extinct pretty soon. Y'all gonna be all locked up behind bars pretty soon. Or in hell pretty soon. If you don't get your mind right, if you don't change your mind, they're not playing with you. They making you think that you doing something. You ain't doing nothing. Because guess what? Every authority figure have your name, your address, what you ate last night, and at the drop of a dime, if they want to get you, all they have to do is come get you because they know where you're at. That's the scary part. They know where you're at. Whenever they want you, all they have to do is come, knock on the door, and tell you to put your hand behind your back. Go ahead.
Up then and eat bread, and forsake us not as the shepherd that leadeth his flock in the hands of cruel wolves. You want me to keep on?
What chapter is that?
This is 2nd Andrews chapter 5 verse 18.
Let's try 5 verse 8.
5 verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there shall be a confusion also in many places.
Hear that? There shall be a confusion also in many places. Y'all confused because y'all can't see that y'all about to be replaced. Why do you think they coming in here and getting automatic citizenship? Wait a matter of fact, wait a minute, hold up. It started with Ukraine. No, it ain't started with Ukraine. It started with Afghanistan. The Afghanistanis was coming here first after the Taliban then took back control of Afghanistan. They was bringing the refugees of Afghanistan over here and giving them free citizenship. Not only that, then it went to Ukraine. Ukraine are coming over here. Free citizenship.
That is so right, Tess.
Now it is Issachar. It's who's Issachar? That's the Guatemalans, the Hondurans, El Salvadorians, the Mexicans, getting busted here and giving them free citizenship. Do you know what they did with the remnant of the Judites companions? They sent them back over there to what Trump called shithole countries. They sent the Haitians back over there to Haiti when they came here. Oh, they was coming here too. They was in the caravans that was coming up from Mexico. But they sent the Haitians back to what Trump called shithole countries. Look at that. Judah. That's Judah companions. Like I said in the book of Ezekiel. Right upon it for Judah and his companions. Who is Judah companions? Judah is the Negroes. Judah companions is Levi and Benjamin. See that? Y'all are being replaced. And check this out. They are doing a good job pushing the LGBT agenda. Because what Sexy Red is doing, what Cardi B is doing, what Suki Hana is doing, and what all of these other female rappers are doing, what are they doing? They pushing the LGBT, the anti-nigger agenda. If you can't see that, because if they telling you, oh, forget being loyal, forget the man, I'ma do this, I'ma get all I can get, that is anti-men. That's the anti-men agenda. So who is financing these female rappers? Lord, Lord, Lord. It is the Black Lives Matter movement all over again. Making you think Suki Hana got a big rump. Yeah, but what's the agenda she pushing? See that? You black men about to be extinct. You black men about to be locked up. You black men about to be in the grave. This is that crafty counsel that they are working on you. And you black men cannot even see it. It's a shame that you're too blind to see it. Go ahead, Sister Smith.
And the fire shall be all sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places.
And we already know the wild beast is already changing places. You got coyotes in the cities. When on earth have you heard of coyotes in the big cities? When have you heard of bears coming in the big cities? Not until these times here. That's how you know we are in that same time of the end. Go ahead.
And
mistress women, go ahead. shall bring
shall
forth
bring
monsters. Menstruous women shall bring forth monsters. And that's what you have in these young black men today. They are monsters. Careless, don't care, you don't say, doing just about everything, every drug in the dispensary, robbing, stealing, carjacking, don't care. That's monsters. And menstruous women is bringing forth these monsters. Women that don't care bring forth children that don't care. Go ahead, Sister Smith.
Okay, we're going into the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. The book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Go ahead.
Just a minute.
Make sure you guys, if you people on YouTube, if you have any questions or comments, put your question or comments down below. We'll get to that shortly. People on Facebook, if you have any questions or comments, put your question or comments down below. We will get to that shortly. It's a war going on, and you blacks are blind. You blacks are too blind, so y'all following behind Louis Farrakhan. And Louis Farrakhan is the psyop to keep you blind. To keep you blind.
Amen.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
We are yet this day in our captivity.
We are yet this day in our captivity. Whoever told you you was free, they're lying to you. We ain't free. We ain't free until Christ set us free. If Christ ain't came back and the other nations is not under your feet, then that's, guess what? You ain't free. If Christ have not came back and we, the Negroes, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, and the 10 northern kingdom is not over in Jerusalem, then we are not free. But if we're not free, then where are we at? The book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Read it from the top again.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
We are yet this day in our captivity. Go ahead.
Where thou hast scattered us.
Where the Lord, the Most High God, our higher, have scattered us. Go ahead.
For a reproach.
For a reproach. What is a reproach? A reproach is payback, payment. You have to pay for your crime. That's why we are in captivity, because our ancestors have to pay for the crimes that they committed against the commandments. That's what reproach. For a reproach and what?
And a curse.
For a reproach and a curse. Go ahead.
And to be subject to payment.
And to be subject to payments. Let me tell you something. The Negroes, the Haitians, the Jamaicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Israelites was never supposed to have bills. We're subject to payment. You got to pay that car note. You got to pay that child support. Everywhere you go, you got a payment. We supposed to rule. We are the real kings of the earth. The real kings of the earth don't pay for nothing. The book of Isaiah chapter 66 tells you how we don't pay for nothing, how the other nations are going to bring all of their goods to us, and our gates shall be open continuously. That's Isaiah 66. So we, being the kings of the earth, we ain't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, doing, you know what I'm saying, we got to pay for this, pay for that, pay for this. You know what I'm saying? Payment for that, payment for that. We ain't supposed to be doing all these different damn payments. But being that we have sinned, we are subject to like what Sister Smith read in the beginning. The nations around us shall be brought up very high, and we shall be brought down very low. You see? Go ahead.
According to all the iniquity of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our God.
See, this is why we are subject to payments. This is why our kingship have been resulted to slaveship, because our ancestors done broke the commandments in the promised land. And being that our ancestors done did that, like the Most High God said, He is a jealous God, visiting the iniquities, that's the sins, of our fathers up until the what? The third and the fourth generation. We are that generation of our ancestors. And that's why we are suffering the things that we're suffering today. Here's the key thing. Do you want to continue this? Do you young black whippersnappers want to continue this? Continue to do what you're doing. Do you Negro women whores want to continue this? Then continue to twerk. Because that will get you a quick lease in the, you know what lease in the kingdom means? It means you ain't got nothing. That's what it means. It means the least in the kingdom means when Christ comes back, you are going to be in the same boat as the other nations that is going to be in. That's what least in the kingdom is. It means you ain't got nothing. It means you are a bum in this life, and you are going to be a bum when Christ comes back. That's what least in the kingdom means. So you wanna keep doing what you're doing? Keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna continue to suffer the curses. You wanna change? It's just that easy. Change. Ain't no such thing. I'm trying to change. You ain't trying to do a damn thing. We don't try, we do it. Sister Smith, when Sister Smith stopped smoking cigarettes, she didn't try to stop smoking. She stopped. When Sister Smith stops eating pork, she didn't try to stop eating pork. She just stopped. When Sister Smith stopped wearing pants, she didn't try to stop wearing pants. She just stopped. So there's no excuse, Negroes. When you're trying, that's an excuse for not doing it. Oh, well, I'm trying. Listen, Negroes in prison is trying like hell to get out. That's why they pack in them law libraries. When the CEO say, law library call, you see a whole line of Negroes trying to get out of prison by matching other people's cases with theirs to find a loophole so that they can get out. We don't need to try. We need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love to wear Nike, don't you? Well, what is Nike's slogan? Just do it. Don't try. Do it. You know what I'm saying? You know what people who say they trying, that's the people that you cannot depend on. Because a crackhead will say he's trying to stop. But yet every time you turn around, he's going and getting a 20. And he's smoking it. And then when it goes down to the last compound, he's back to trying again until another rock comes his path around his way. Then he's back to smoking. Then when that rock goes down to the last compound, he's back to trying again. Same thing with weed heads. I'm trying to stop until somebody comes through with a bowl. Then they smoking. Then weed goes down, they're trying again. Until somebody comes back with some more weed. And then this is a never-ending cycle. Trying. I'm trying. No, you're not. How about try this? Try losing your name and getting a number. Inmate X7354321 in cell block 8 with a cellmate by the name of Big Bubba. Try that. Try that. Try getting a cell block. Anyway, go ahead, Sister Smith.
That's it.
All right. Here you have it. So, black man, if you ain't learned anything from this, learn that in just a few years, if we got that long, you won't be here that long. At least you won't be free. You will be in either one place, one or the other, jail or hell. Keep doing what you're doing, black man. Keep doing what you're doing. And you're going to see Mexican shops all over your community selling you beans and rice and pork chops, and you know what I'm saying? You go into the Mexican restaurants and you can hear loud as hell. And you're going to see drunk Mexicans laying all in this shop drinking. That's what your future's going to be like. Early in the morning, you're going to be hearing, yeah, ring, 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 waking you up. That's what you're going to hear, because that's your future. You're being replaced with some new slaves. They replacing Judah with Judah. Not Judah with Israel. Anyway. There you have it. So keep looting. Keep faking like you care when the police unalives one of your brothers and sisters. Because that's what you're doing. You faking like you care. You don't give two shits. Because like Christ says, how can you say you love God who you have not seen but hate your brother that you see every day? Stop faking. Stop lying. Stop lying to yourself. Because that's what you're doing. You're lying to yourself. Oh, they shut Kenny down, Lord. Stop it. Stop it. Because you don't even care about your own family. So why would we even think you care about some other black man that they unalived when you don't like people in your own family? Oh, I can't stand my RTJJ. I can't stand this one. Oh, this one, she come. You hate people in your own family. How are we supposed to believe you out there protesting means something? Come on, stop lying. You know that's a crime too, right? Lying. That's the commandments. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not lie. Anyway. Thank you for that, Sister Smith. Did a wonderful job. Sister Smith, did you try to do things or did you do them?
I did them.
You just did them, right? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things that she have accumulated. I'm not going to get into that. She didn't try to do it. She did it. Ain't that right, Sister Smith?
Yeah.
That's just between me and you. You know what I'm talking about. All right, make sure you guys hit that like button. People on YouTube, if you have any questions or comments, put your question or comments down below. Brother Israel, let's get Brother Israel to get some questions or comments over here on YouTube while we wait for Brother Israel to come to the stage. I think he's there.
I'm here.
There you go, right there. How's that beard
Okay.
doing? How's that beard doing, Brother Israel?
My beard?
Yeah, how's it going? How's it going?
My beard's full.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. There you go. There you go.
I don't touch my beard.
All right, all right. I ain't say you touch it. I just say, how is it? Is it fluffy?
Yeah.
All right.
I was playing with it the whole time I was listening to you,
Okay.
actually.
There you go. As long as it's fluffy. You know what I'm saying? Because these Negroes is going to somewhere and it's not going to be Camp Fluffy. They go into a hardcore prison because every last one of them is getting locked up for serious crimes. See, the thing about it, you Negroes, when y'all commit these crimes, y'all not going to a cushy prison. Y'all going to a maximum security prison because y'all are committing armed robberies, serious crimes, violent crimes. Do you know when you get locked up for a violent crime, you are going to go into a violent prison? You're not going. Yeah.
And the thing is, even if, the times that we living in, the people that we're under are doing wrong, that don't give us the right to do wrong.
Yeah, that's right. You know what I'm saying? So, and let me tell you another thing, young black folks, when you get locked up for committing these crimes, when you get locked up for a violent crime, that means you are going to spend your time in your dorm. See, if you get locked up for and I'm not saying commit any crime, don't commit no crime, but if you get locked up for a non-violent crime, it's a great it's a great opportunity that number one, you can get transferred out to a transitional center, or you can go to trustee. You can get, you know what I'm saying? You can go and get an outside detail where you can be out on the streets. But see, when you get locked up for a violent crime, they're not allowing you to, number one, get to a transitional center. Number two, they're not gonna allow you to go outside. They're not gonna get you to a county camp, because if you get to a county camp, you can be outside. You got a lot more freedom. You understand? You won't be able to get a time off. You know what I'm saying? Trustee. There's a lot of privileges that you are missing out on by committing violent crimes. You are going in a violent prison. You are going into a maximum security prison. And you are not going to see the streets ever. They don't allow you. And that's where a lot of you young Negroes is messing up at. That's where you're messing up at. You know what I'm saying? And them violent prisons, people who come to visit you, they don't want to go through what they have to go through just to see your stupid ass. Because in a violent prison, oh, you got to damn near strip and spread them just to see you in prison. So y'all setting yourself up for failure. Armed robberies, robbery this, robbery that. You know what I'm saying? To get in the body. Y'all go ahead. Keep going. Y'all gonna be crying and wishing that y'all ain't never did what you did. Just listen to the Negroes that's in there already. They got plenty of time. Look at how they crying that they don't have nobody putting nothing on the phone no skit mail or commissary. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them Negroes gotta wash people drawers just to get by. Oh, I'm not washing nobody drawers. Then you're gonna starve. Because let me tell you something. Uh, uh, just recently they cut down on uh 3 hots and a cot. They cut down on 3 meals. You used to be able to get 3 meals. Now you only get two. 3 days. Well, no, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, three. 3 days out of that's Sunday, that's Saturday, and that's Friday. In some of these prisons, you only allow 3 meals. The only way you get, I mean, 2 meals, 2 meals. The only way you get 3 meals is if you are a diabetic. But if you're not a diabetic and you're getting 2 meals, and if you don't get store, your them 2 meals gonna have your damn ribs touching your back. So keep doing what you're doing, Black Negroes. Go ahead, Brother Israel.
We Jay Dallas says good evening, family. Charles Freeman says amen, everyone. Shay Renee Johnson says amen, family. Sister Dana says, Sister Dana, my Facebook is acting crazy. I'm here. I have blessings to everyone.
Amen, Sister Dana, Brother Jay. Go ahead.
Patricia House says, Monkey Time people, I believe they got the system set up to catch you up in the situation.
Yeah, and listen, you guys voted Biden in. In 1991, Biden, right after the 80s crack epidemic, 1991, Biden signed a law where if you got caught with a piece of crack rock the size of a quarter, you got an automatic 5 years in prison. Automatic 5 years. For if you got caught with a crack rock, that's the size of a quarter. Mm-mm-mm. And now you have Biden said, before he came in, he said, if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. And then now, what did he got caught saying? He got caught calling LL Cool J a boy. Just letting you know that y'all did it again. Y'all voted the wrong man in office. y'all did it with Obama. Now y'all did it with Biden. Lord, you had a better chance of voting Umar Johnson in office. At least he's just going to get your money. Go ahead, Brother Israel.
We got Patricia House says good lesson tonight, Pastor Smith. Sister Smith, Brother Israel, all co-host panel. Aztec Princess says good evening, everyone. Amen. Patricia House also says, I hear the Hollywood actresses are fighting against this AI intelligence takeover, causing the loss of their jobs.
I tell you what, it's more important things to worry about than AI. It's more important things to worry about. You know what I'm saying? The extinction of the black man. That's more important than worrying about AI. You know what I'm saying? AI and this new technology is going to forever evolve because they forever working on newer technology, which is not new technology. It's just new to you because it's just now being presented to you. But they've been had this technology in play. They just bring it out when it's according to their agenda to be brought out. So this, y'all focus on the wrong thing. The extinction of the black man, the replacement of the workforce. Go ahead.
We got Patricia House says hello, brother Israel, amen. Jay Dallas says I be hearing that lawnmower all day, Pastor LL, surrounded by Ishikarians.
Yeah, wake up early in the morning. Yeah, when I was in New York, I don't hear too much down here, but when I was in New York, boy, oh boy, when the spring starts, soon as the spring started, you know what I'm saying? I wake up to hear it. And they get snazzy with it. And then I go down to the bodega. They there eating lunch.
For real. And notice how they get the same shit every time. Every time. It does not feel to the point where the store owner already knows what you want as soon as you walk in.
Yeah.
Like they have the shit ready at that same specific time. They're like, all right, they're gonna be here this time.
Yeah.
Make sure that's already done.
That is so true, Pastor. Early in the morning, except bread. Bread,
Down
I
at
took my
the
way.
end of the YouTube comments.
Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. All right. People on YouTube, keep them coming. If you have any more questions or comments, we'll get back to you shortly over there on YouTube. Um, let's see. Where's Sister Big Brown?
Joy Williams. Good evening, Pastor, Sister Smith, Brother Monday, Brother Israel, Sister Dana, Sister Harvey, Sister Big Brother, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Happy Wednesday, families. Good evening, Joy Williams. Angela Callaway. Good evening, Pastor Smith, Lady Smith, brothers and sisters. Peace and blessings be unto you. Margaret James. Good lesson, Pastor Michael Smith. Amen. Well done. Stephanie Smith. Evening, Pastor Smith, Sister Smith, Sister Big D. Brent, Sister Dana, Sister Teresa, Sister Harvey, Brother Monday, Israel Jefferson, and Saints and Speakers panel. Good evening, Stephanie Smith. Tiffany James. Good evening, Pastor Smith, Sister Smith, and everyone. Angela Faye Callaway. You are right, Pastor, according to Scripture. John Fraser. A higher blessing to you all, Pastor Smith and Sister Smith, and everyone. Angela Faye Callaway. Exactly looks like Issachar will be the new niggas on the block.
Yeah. Forget the new kids on the block. Issachar is the new weed whackers on the block. Hey, I wonder if when they came over here, the first thing America gave them was a weed whacker. Here, Carlos, here's for you. Jose, here's for you. Yeah, even though they are brothers and sisters, but they love their weed whackers. Go ahead.
Soldier Williams. Cases there is a loud, disrespectful noise again. Stephanie Smith. Amen, Brother Soldier. Fonda Carroll. Good evening, Saints. She sent you 200 stars.
Amen, Sister Fonda Carol. Blessings and peace be unto you. How you bless your Sister Carol?
Angela Faye Callaway. It was set up as a trap to snare and to fill up the jailhouse. Bonnie Hollis.
Hell yeah, it chef definitely was. You had the crack epidemic in the 80s, and then right after the crack epidemic in 1991, you have Biden did what? Him and his team signed a law to and not only that, the judges don't have no say so. And that law is still on the books. As small as a quarter, you get caught with a crack rock. As small as a quarter, that's an automatic 5 years. That's set up. Go ahead.
Bonnie Holland Sr. Good evening, my beautiful people. Omar Lewis. Good evening, Pastor and everyone. Stephanie Smith. Our people most definitely not aware of their worth. Mika Flo, good evening, everyone. Melanie Baron, good evening, Pastor Smith, Sister Vicky Brennan, everyone. Good evening, Melanie Baron. Debbie Harvin Mobley, good evening, everyone. Stephanie Smith, let them toll in the spoils. Let them toll in the spoils. There's no salvation in materials. Tina Hakima Womack sent you 100 stars.
Sister Womack, blessings and peace be unto you. Higher bless you, Sister Womack.
Stephanie Smith, amen. Gary John, good night, Pastor Smith, Brother Israel, Sister Smith, Sister Big Brain, and a higher blessings to you all and good night. A higher blessings to you and good night to you, Brother Gary John. Fonda Carroll, amen. Claudette, Angelia Grant, good night. God love you people. A higher blessings to us all. Stephanie Smith for sure. Kim Toy Perry, amen. And she sent you 50 stars.
Sister Kim Perry, blessings and peace be unto you. Higher bless you, Sister Kim.
Stephanie Smith, false peace. Mika Flo sent you 50 stars.
Mika Flo, blessings and peace be unto you. Higher bless you, Sister Flo.
Marco James, good evening, family. Tina Hakima Womack, good evening, everyone. Marco James, so sad. Sarah Moretti, organized crime. Marco James, held bond masters. Stephanie Smith, hello something. I'm checking for new comments. Marco James says facts, and that is going to end the comment board for this evening.
Okay. Thank you for that, Sister Big Bram. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Turn on your notification bells. And like I said, don't forget, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't following the podcast, well, just go to Spotify and type Illuminati Radio. You'll see the logo. Hit that follow button. Go to Spotify, type Illuminati Radio. You see the logo. Hit that follow button. Let's go ahead to the final thoughts. Brother Monday. What do you think? Have you heard about what happened in Philadelphia, Brother Monday?
Yes. I heard about it. And I traveled through the after effects of it today. A lot of people talk about it. But I just want to say tonight's lesson, supreme, divine, guidance, in its proper perspective, focus, pertaining to the children of Israel, especially Judah. I really appreciate tonight's lesson. It hit home with my mind. And I think everyone else's mind also. So everyone take care. Have a great pleasant evening.
Amen. That's Brother Monday right there. And Sister Smith.
Higher blessings. Praise be to the higher. And thank everyone for being with us. And everyone have a great night.
Amen. That's Sister Smith. And Sister Big Brett.
I just want to say a higher blessing to everyone on the board, my brother here on the piano, Pastor. Also want to let everyone have everything nice to see everybody back here for me Friday at 9. Good night, everyone.
Amen. That's Sister Big Brett. And Sister Dana's on the comment board.
No, I'm here.
Oh, there she goes. Sister Dana.
Chantel, man. Shout out to Sister Chantel. You never give up. She got my butt in here. I just want to say a higher blessing to everybody in the group and on the comment board. Have a great night, everyone. And shout out to Sister Chantel again.
Amen. Sister Day. And Sister Teresa. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. And brother Israel, you want to check the comment board before you get the final thought?
No problem. Except I appreciate everyone thank you for joining in the group chat and everyone that tuned in. Nice lesson, Pastor Smith and Sister Smith. Have a good night.
Hey, man, that's brother Israel. All right. Anybody else have any questions or comments before we close out?
Yeah, I like to say one thing.
Uh-huh.
It's been a while since I said it, but it always lives in my mind. So I'm gonna say it this way. Sister Dantel, I appreciate you calling me in, and I'm trying to fully over on dedication to you pertaining to all that.
Thank you, Brother Mike.
Okay, all right. All right, so let's go ahead and close that prayer out. Our Father. Oh, yes, who that? Sister Carol?
Oh, this is Sister Pig.
Sister Peggy. Hey, how you doing, Sister Peggy?
How are you?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to
Hold on for a minute. Everybody mute your phones except Sister Peggy. I got some static or something on the line. Okay, go ahead, Sister Peggy.
Sunday pass around 2 o'clock. Over at Lakeshore.
Hold on for a minute. Sister Chantel, mute everybody's phone except Sister Peggy. Okay, go ahead, Sister Peggy.
About 2 o'clock Sunday, over in the Lancashire neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
The three boys were standing in an abandoned house, and evidently they had beef with the other guys, and they came up and they shot all of them. They killed 3, and one is in critical condition, and they're like 13, 14, 16, and 17.
It's Judah on Judah, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
See that? They setting you Judahs up. They setting you Negroes up for the get-go. Y'all committing these crimes. Y'all think y'all doing something. Y'all think you're doing something when you ain't doing nothing but doing exactly what they have orchestrated you to do. You guys are gonna be extinct. Matter of fact, hold up. I just seen an article where there was Biden, I believe it was 2013? No, I think it was 2020. It was right before Biden, well, actually, in the beginning of Biden getting in office, and in the beginning of the pandemic, he was on was it not a Skype? Yeah, Skype. Not Skype call. That other thing, that Zoom. He was on a Zoom call with a lot of other black leaders. And he said out of his own mouth, he said in 2040, and this is what Biden said. He said in 2040, the majority of the population is going to be white. And he said to the blacks that was on that Zoom call, you better get used to living and working under the Hispanics. That's what Biden said. And a matter of fact, I'm a capture that. I'm gonna get that audio again. Not audio. It's a visual. I'm gonna capture that, and I'm going to post that on Illuminati Radio. That's what he said. That's what Biden said. How did Biden, and then he said this in the beginning of the pandemic. How he know? And then right after that, what comes? Now they busting the Mexicans in here. Now they bring in the Afghanistan, the Ukrainians. Huh? Biden is not senile like he say, like everybody think he is, huh? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna post that screen capture of that and post it in the group and on so you kids can see, hear it comes out of his mouth. It's gonna come out of his mouth. All right. Let's go ahead and pray out, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. On earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. As we forgive those that trespass against us.
As we forgive those that trespass against us.
Lead us not into temptation.
Lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom. The power and the glory. Forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
All right, and we will see you guys tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. I highly bless you all. Good night.
I bless you. Good night, everyone. I bless you, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Brother Israel?
I bless you. Good night,
Good night, Sister Cal.
Yes, sir.
When I finish this here, I'm gonna tell you where to go to get that that audio visual of Biden talking about the population control. And
Remember Q-tip?
Yeah, I'm in here doing my background, man, last
Okay. You decided state this time, huh?
I ain't gonna lie, those.
hold on for a minute. That's Brother Kizzy?
Yeah, it's brother Q-tip.
I'm in my background, that's why.
What's good, brother Justin?
What the hell?
I ain't going to lie.